than I expected to be. Because I ended up having to adjust this one in Windows when I booted it before, and I wasn't sure if it was going to keep. This is Beholgar 2. I have played the first one. Okay, it kept my audio from before. Very good. Does look like it might need a little bit more of a bump, though, based on how loud that's looking on the meters, so we'll just go ahead and bump it down just a touch more. Yeah, I remember playing and decently enjoying Beholgar 1. I don't think I ever finished it, but I do remember playing it. I am going to pop up that blood warning just in case. I do not have everything set up yet, and even though you all just came back from ads, so just bear with me for just one more second here while I get the bot converted over to be able to tell you about this game. And then we'll get on with actually explaining everything that we're doing here. Okay, that's converted over. Let's go ahead and get the page for this popped up. It read my input even though it was not selected, so that's a great sign. Yeah, you'll notice they also gave me a Linktree link for their link in particular, which I found interesting. But there it is either way. Just follow that up as you see fit. So, what is Beholgar? Just having another quick look to see how they describe it. See if that lines up with what I was gonna say. Yep. It is a Metroidvania. It is very old school as far as the way it's designed, so expect me to be dying a lot, because that is gonna be the way that this is. This game was real rough from the little bit of testing I did. Not rough in a bad way, but rough in a it's difficult way. Though it is also, I would assume, purposely visually kind of rough too. Like, not, again, not negatively rough, just like everything looks gritty and mean type of rough. Now, I don't recall Beholgar 1 leaning that Metroidvania. I want to say this is a change for it. It to be leaning a little more the other way here, because I want to say the other one was a stage-based game, almost. Now, it is listed as being Metroidvania before, too. Again, I don't remember it. Like, I remember it having some abilities and some tools. I just don't remember it leaning into that heavily, I think is what I remember. It has been so long, so I cannot guarantee you anything in there. Actually, let me have a look. How long ago was it since I played the first game? Yeah, it's been 3 years. Actually, almost to the day. I played Beholgar 1 on June 30th, 2023. That's actually kind of funny. See how that is come about at this point. Now, it is worth noting that they told me that the release date was today? So I'm thinking it's coming out of early access or something today, perhaps? I'm not entirely certain about what the deal with that is, because on Steam I see a release date of last year. So I'm not 100% certain what's going on with the information I was given. Let me double check the rest of that information to make sure I'm telling you all the correct things here. Maybe it's releasing on another platform? I do see PS5, Switch, Xbox. Maybe one of those platforms is a fresh release or something. I was not given further information than that I can see. I may have something wrong there, but either way, we'll get on with it. As you can see, it's just got a retro filter option. You can redefine your buttons, and you got language options. Not a ton going on in there, but a game like this doesn't really need like graphics settings too much or anything. It would be nice to have like a VSync option and some of that stuff just in case. So it seems like it has it on by default based on the metrics I'm seeing, so that's fine. Just some manner of frame capping in case the engine does weird things is the only reason I would say we would want something like that. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and just delete this save down here and show you all how everything goes. The Dungeon of the Rotting. Looming on the horizon, it rose like an ominous shadow, a pit of hell reeking of rust, patrolled by the dead guards. Okay, this does not seem like it auto-proceeds. Beholgar swore to breach the walls to find the legendary blacksmith. His blade thirsted for blood. This place would either be his grave or grant him the power he sought. The Dark Lord's fortress would now be his hunting ground. That's some very strong art they've got there, too. I should have hovered on that longer. Yeah, as you can see, this is what I mean. Notice how they've got, like, a pseudo 3D going now. It was very much an old school, old 2D game with the first game, and they went very, very different with the art direction here now. Reasonably quick attack animations here. You do have rolling. And take note of those 2 meters up there. I don't actually know what the blue one does. The red one is obviously your health. You have a sub-weapon that you pick up, randomly dropped around, which you can throw in a variety of directions. Watch out for lots of traps. Attack the door to open it. Why would a barbarian open doors in any other way? Now, it's worth noting we have an upgrade weapon thing in these save points. Note we need 4 steel and 350 gold to upgrade our sword. And there are spots for 4 other weapons. We'll just go ahead and save the game and head on our way. Your Eminence, as per your command, we continue to spread fear among the living. They are all slowly rotting away in the dungeons. We have finally captured the blacksmith. Rumor has it that some barbarian scum is looking for him. Do not worry, we've placed a loyal executioner at his side. There's no way he leaves this place alive. Dungeon Keeper Yule. Alright, so that's gonna cause problems for us. The way these things kind of explode in blood is why I have the blood warning there. I don't think it's too excessive, but figured I'd hedge bets. There's also like blood fountains and very squishy crushers like that, so seemed worth having it in case there's somebody squeamish out there that might be bothered by it. Take note of the fact that this game very much does have contact damage. Thank the gods, finally a human face. Or are you our salvation? Please, stranger, help us. We're rotting away in here for no reason. The blacksmith? Once upon a time, even kings would come to his forge and kneel. But then, they feared him. They chained him and silenced him. He's long dead. Doesn't sound like he's dead, considering they have an executioner waiting for when we show up. What do I know, right? So we can either go down or go across. Let's go across first. Much like I did in testing. Yeah, notice how I picked up a different weapon there. You can just immediately use that new weapon. Your sub-weapons automatically replace when you pick them up. So like there, he dropped an arrow and an axe. So I now have the axe. Sometimes enemies will drop the fruit like you saw me pick up from the big rat. That heals you a little bit. Actually got really lucky there. Projectiles can be struck down, as you saw me do earlier, which is very important. There is blocking, and there's even parrying, according to one of the notes I found along the way in here, which is vitally important. And of course, I do want to remind you all, as usual, this was a key given to me indirectly through the service lure kit by the developers. So, it is a free key. Take that as you will. That never changes my impressions, but obviously it will color your impressions of my impressions, potentially. And, you know, I do have to share the fact that this was freely given to me. There we go. Collect all that stuff. There we go. Press the button just before the enemy attack hits to perform a parry. Now, something I do want to point out, I'm not going to point it out by walking into it. Those statues that are shooting fireballs also do contact damage. Learned that the hard way when I was testing this game, and it's a bit rough. Bit rough that that's a thing. If the developer ends up listening to this, I would recommend maybe don't do that. But as long as you don't mash your face into them, you know, it's not really a major issue, just... it's a little bit of a rough thing. There's our first death, because that jump is really hard to make. But that's fine. You just pop right back up at the checkpoint. Now the blue meter's empty. Don't know what that means still. Some kind of rage meter, because it's building when we're attacking things. It's probably for whatever abilities we end up picking up along the way. And we just don't have the abilities yet. If I were to hazard a guess. You can also, as you see there, block the fireballs. I think if you hit them, they also get destroyed, so it kind of works itself out either way. Now, funny thing, you'll notice this room doesn't trigger a second time. So that's convenient. Who knew the spine of a skeleton was so dangerous? Okay, make the jump better this time. As you know, of course, cheeky spike trap. Thankfully, save point. Downside, save points don't heal you. Take note of Beholgar's portrait up there as well. He actually, like, steadily takes visible damage up there, which is fun. And we're dead again. But we did touch the checkpoint. Once you die and respawn, you do get your health back. So, it's fine. You even keep the sub-weapon that you had. Oh, you can't move forward and hit block and expect him to actually block. Okay, you have to stop for him to block. Makes sense. That's reasonable. You have a map, as you can see here. Oh, I didn't actually try this before. You can actually warp to the checkpoints you've been to. That's actually really nice. You can see that all of the muscle of Beholgar are in just tiny little bust form right there. Hello, I'm Beholgar. Arr. Stop poking me with the pointy knife of travel. Stop it. Anyway. We got a path down here. Leads to a door. What's behind door number this one? Answer? Seemingly nothing at the moment. Oh yeah, if you press down on the right stick, you can look down a little bit. So, hey, look, there's spikes down there. Let's not go down there. Wouldn't that be a tragedy if I just jumped on those? Just jump on the other spikes instead. Still can't get this barrier out of the way. Oh, I see. I have to hit the switch. I have a very good question, though. What was the point of that? All that did was open the door there, right? Is this something I'm supposed to do later then? So I don't think there's ledge grabbing in this game. Or at the very least, we don't have ledge grabbing currently. Let's go this way instead, though there is going to be danger here. Because this is where the dungeon keeper is. I fought him in testing. I did not end up winning the fight when I tested this. Because I came in here real badly hurt. He is not that bad a fight, though. He's a little stupid. Just gotta be kind of careful and you get through here pretty clean. Basically, don't be like me. I misread what he was doing. Oh, come on now. Stop spamming that move. Got him. I almost lost that. All because he just started spamming the ground attack. Oh well. We made it work. So having defeated the dungeon keeper, it looks like we just get access to going further in. Why are you throwing the axes into the background? What are you doing? Change weapon. You have no other weapon. Was I supposed to have found another weapon in the other area then? Huh. A hell of a thing to cheese a rat, isn't it? So you're Beholgar, aren't you? Slayer of the sorceress Hagma. I heard the guards talking. You've been searching everywhere for me. You want the Sword of Destruction, but it's not a weapon forged with simple fire. First, you must find the Shadow Crystal. The hilt is more difficult. Only the Forge Master, the forefather of blacksmiths, can forge it. But he's been dead for centuries. You'll need to find a necromancer, so your path is long and dark. Are you willing to risk death, son of Beotar? Very well. As you say, the soul key should be somewhere upstairs. Alright. So we're gonna need to find a necromancer. Should be plenty of those about, considering all the undead. Okay, kind of thought I was gonna be able to stun lock the lizard man long enough to finish the job there. Turns out not so much. You'll note, though, that the map stayed explored, so we don't lose progress when we die. So that's good. So rather than focusing on going over there, let's actually double check the area around back here first. And see if we can find any goodies. Because we didn't go down here. Oh, wow. Anybody want rat puree? Look down. Yep, that's where you learn how to look down. I just ended up finding that by accident when I was just testing controls. Ooh. I think that's a piece of steel? Yep. We have 2 pieces of steel and 1,030 gold at the moment. These axe throwers are a little silly. Some of them just seem to not have any real gumption to their throws. Which, you know, when you're all bone and no muscle, I can see why you'd have trouble throwing things properly. Huh. I can't do anything here. So I would presumably need like a wall jump or something to get over there. And I can't go this way either, so I guess we're leaving. I do have to say that the jumping feels good. Like, you fall a little aggressively, but your actual, like, vertical leap is pretty good. How do I get back from... Oh! That's why they have contact damage. Is the traps can be destroyed. You know what? I take back what I said about the contact damage then. It actually is reasonable that they do contact damage because they're actually a living creature. I thought they were just like a piece of rock shooting at you, so I didn't even bother touching them with the sword. That's on me for assuming. So we can't go that way, we can't go that way. So I did go the right way. This is the only way we can go. Hooray for my instinct sending me accidentally the correct direction, once again. Okay, because this door is what led to the room over here that we can't do anything with. So yeah, that'll make sense. Thankfully, the Dungeon Keeper does not respawn. Be kind of rude if he did. It's a very fleshy noise for the skeletons to make, but I think it's just because everything has kind of that default death noise. Which is fine. This is a solo developer game, I do believe, so... Because I saw a person's name listed for everything instead of, like, a development team or anything. But somebody else may have done the music, perhaps. I don't know how much is just done by one here, necessarily. But obviously the code and everything, I would assume, is all solo work. There we go, there's the cell key. Inventory. And now we have Battle Axe. Slightly weird that the sword pops back into my hand. Oh, that's actually interesting, though. Notice how he swings the sword with his left hand, but he swings the axe, looks like, with his right. I can't tell because of the way he bends when he's doing it, but I'm pretty sure he's swinging it with the other hand. So I guess he's got, like, the axe on his back, even though it's not shown there, so he just reaches for it when you switch to it, grabs it, and keeps the sword in the other hand the whole time. I could see that. Anyway, let's free the blacksmith. There we go. I have a hut deep in the forest. I'll be waiting for you there. Take this too. You'll need it more than I do. A short knife for climbing walls. Okay, so now we got a wall jump. And it's a good one too. We can just go right up the wall. So now we can go do all of those things that we were looking at that we couldn't do before. I do love me a good competent wall jump. Anything up here? Nope. Of course, I think you all know, oh, now this means I'm going to climb every wall around and look for things. I feel like y'all would be disappointed if I didn't. I assume they intend me to go this way with it first. Considering, you know, this is the first place we can reach after grabbing it. This looks like the hallway will try to crush me. Okay, so if I don't get too close to the rats are just absolutely the easiest thing. Hey, what do you know? As soon as I say don't get too close to it, one spawns right on me. There we go, open the door. Oh, this is the exit to the dungeon, I think. Based on the light that came in when we opened that. Yep. Let's go back in there then and go the other way. Or I can't, I guess? Well, hopefully I didn't leave anything important behind in there. Maybe we'll be able to go back after a little bit. Because it might be that you have to do this first. Never thought I'd forge a sword again. Thanks to you, I was rescued from that dark pit. I'm grateful. Please accept this gift. When your blue rage bar is full, use melee, hold melee to use rage power. Got any other weapons you want me to add a special power to? Bring them to me. Okay, so our sword has that ability that we saw. We don't have the spear, the great sword, or the sword of destruction. I guess the axe just doesn't get an ability? Huh. Okay. Yeah, the axe needs 800 gold and 5 steel to upgrade. Interesting. Yeah, we know about that already, game. Thank you. Neat. A little loud, but neat. Audio balance-wise, I feel like his voice line could do with being a little bit louder, and then the thunder itself being a little quieter. Get a load of that little freak of nature up there. Get you. I get you. Oh, they explode. Huh. Glad I didn't get up there with it then. That would have been bad. Considering, you know, the whole nearly dead situation we've got going on here. Oh, monsters move while you have the checkpoint menu open. Good to know. I'ma die. Because I'm poisoned. I died while I was saving. Hopefully that doesn't complicate things. How funny would that be if I ended up like in a permanent death loop because I saved, poisoned, and dying? That'd be really awkward. We'll just do a fresh save to avoid that potential reality, shall we? I think the axe does slightly more. Oh boy, get a load of this guy. Okay, looks like you don't actually block, you can only parry. That's worth keeping in mind. I figured I'd just hold the block up and deflect the worst of it, but nothing really came of that idea. Ow, my ankles. Well, that's kind of mean. But I'm thinking that's meant to be your hint, like, hey, maybe don't go that way. Without an ability that lets you go past that. I don't think we really had too many other options for directions to go, though. Oh, there's an underground pit underneath me, actually. No, there isn't. And that's why you use the look down mechanic. It's almost like I saw that when I jumped over, but then brain went, wait, area to right? Hole there? Go down hole. And well, I went down the hole. The hole became my grave. Can I roll through you? Sort of. The answer is sort of. I can roll through you to the point where I get stuck and die. Understood. Like, I definitely need to give this game high marks for the animations, because everything is very smoothly animated. And it achieves that 3D effect well without looking too out of place. Like, it looks a little weird on some things. Like, I can't say that it doesn't. And there's a little bit of a reading issue sometimes. Like, I could not tell that that attack was reaching out quite as far as it was, for example. Maybe I am meant to make this jump. Yeah, it's just another tight jump. And we got like a goblin or an orc or something that was running up to throw a spear at me. I keep thinking those red gems are healing, but they're not actually. We are really walking the ragged edge of disaster right now. Oh, thank God. We really needed a save point so I could not lose the progress we made. Oh. Bug Queen. Oh, never mind, just bigger bug. Huh. Wasn't particularly deterred by being hit, as it turns out. Didn't really care. So, definitely gonna need to, like, fight on the move there. Which is gonna be awkward considering the space we have to fight there. There we go, that time it stayed. It staggered. Hey-ya! I had grip, but it didn't take the jump. Now, don't get me wrong, that could be blamed on me for being, like, really close to the edge of the platform. I'd accept that. The fact that you get stuck in the spikes, though, is a little less than ideal. But I get the point with the spikes being that way. What I would say is it's probably better to have the spikes just instantly kill you instead of you getting stuck in them. There we go, I got it that time. Here are the things you will do now. Enter the cave at the end of the forest, but beware, if you see the giant lizard, you are dead. Along the way, you will come to 2 waterfalls. After you pass them, a wall will block your path. Dig under the wall as far as you can, and go right. There, Tarim's treasure is there. But remember, every treasure is plagued by a demon. I warned you that my sin is off my hands. I'm gonna make a note of that, because I'm assuming that that's gonna be useful information. And I don't know if it's gonna be noted for me. So we'll just make sure that I have that information available. Now, getting back... Yep. Oh, I managed to escape the spikes that time. Interesting. Not entirely sure how any of that actually works, then. I thought once you were in the spikes, you were in, but good. But clearly not. Giant killer monster. I see. I jumped into the spikes trying to avoid the other thing that was going to kill me. But considering I had no health, I don't think that was going to end in our favor anyway. Arrgh. Okay, just like the other boss, I can roll through you. You have a lot of hit points, though, bucko. Thankfully, all hit points, no brains. Okay, when you have the map open, the world proceeds without you, too. I hit the wrong button trying to go for the axe to see if it does more. Wow, you throw those far. Whoa, boy. The answer, as it seems, is no, the axe doesn't really do much better against him either, but we got him. Wasn't so bad. Ark, the one who seeks this ominous passage, the Mother Serpent has sealed this realm for you. For the beast whose wrath is fire-born shall be your final doom. Some kind of dragon, maybe? Just keep jumping, just keep jumping. Okay. Okay. Safe travel. Safe travel. Mush some more bugs. Okay, there's a save point down there. There's also a murder plant over here. Exit there. Okay, let's not exit. Because there's clearly more going on down here. Probably a good idea to pursue that. I'm also kind of glad that you guys didn't see the test play I was doing, because I did much, much worse in the dungeon in the test play. Like, there was, I want to say, like 10 times the deaths in that time frame, if that tells you anything. There's the spear. We got a thing. Okay, so one big vertical sweep and then a couple stabs. That should be useful. It's definitely got reach, so, you know, spears doing spear things. Am I thinking of the right game when I think that the spear was a platforming tool in the first game? I don't remember. But there ends up being a handful of games that blend together in my brain alongside the first Beholgar. Because there was a string of similar things that kind of came out around the same time. You found the magic cloak. You can now dash forward while in the air. I see. Okay. Now we go back. And now we're out. An air dash is going to make a very big difference for our traversal. The fact that we got an air dash and a wall jump already is wild, considering how much space there is for abilities. There's potential there for certain. As to how far that potential goes, we'll have to find out. Now, as to how far I end up taking that potential myself, that's a good question. To a certain degree, that'll depend on how much y'all want to see more of this game after we're done with the segment here today. And just how enamored with it I become by the time we're done. Because, you know, as usual, if I get really into something, we will find a spot for it regardless. And I was not super jazzed in the test play because it seemed like it was going to be one of those unnecessarily difficult games. But now that I've kind of come to terms with it a bit, it's playing just fine. Like, it moves well, it feels good. Just need to get past the initial bit, I guess. You bastard, there's no treasure here. He tricked me. I can't even get out of this damn pit now. The treasure hunter's name is Hantor. He's been squandering his life in the dead donkey inn all day and night. If you find him, avenge me. Well, it turns out there was a way out of this pit, and the treasure is right up here. Health level increased. Neat. Just didn't have a spear for breaking the ceiling. Now, it's worth bearing in mind, though, the fact that Hantor's name has come up twice now. I also am just kind of looking at these water effects for a moment. They're actually really, really nice. The fire effects are also pretty damn good. Like, you can actually see pretty nice lighting happening on Beholgar as he walks up to these. Like, the actual light on him is a little simple. It does get more intense the closer to the light you get, so that is effective. But I do think he gets a little too bright. Now we're doing platforming. So wasn't there... Yeah, there was this other path up here too that was leading out. We'll come back to that idea in a second. Oh boy, I've layered my menus. There we go. So that's an interesting thing. I know exactly how that happened. I pulled this menu up, then I pulled the map up. I closed the map, and the select menu comes back up, which is interesting. I don't know if that's fully intended to happen. Oh, I found the dragon. There seems to be a relatively easy solution to the dragon problem. It's called don't be where the fire is. Or the ground slams. Oh hey, it actually had like a hit stun reaction there too. Look at that. I fucked up. Got it. First try. I almost died, but I didn't. Beholgar, the Dragon Slayer. Though I think he killed a dragon in the first game too. I don't remember. That gets us a lever. And a bunch of steel, which is more important than that lever, I think. Though, weren't we warned about how to dragon? Oh, okay. The note we found from Hantor was the same one that was referring to the treasure that the dead guy was talking about, I think. It was talking about a wall and 2 waterfalls. And a giant lizard. And the giant lizard was, hey, you went too far when you were looking for the treasure. So presumably this was too far, but now it's dead. So we got the lever, which lets us do question mark. More importantly, though, we got a bunch of steel there, so I can upgrade one of these. Though it's showing everything in red still, which is odd. Maybe it's just red text all the time. Because we have 12 steel and 2,465 gold, so we can actually do 2 upgrades. Upgrade the spear, and let's upgrade our sword. I was kind of hoping they would look different when they've been upgraded, but it's fine. We also definitely could not have gone this way without getting air dash. Ow. Okay, we're coming back up into here. Let's go this way first, and then we'll go the other way. That looked like it was an obvious exit from the cave. Looks like it's taking 1 less hit to kill things with the spear now than it did before, so that's useful adjacent. Like I say useful adjacent because it's not exciting necessarily, but it's useful. That's why I was being so cagey, because I knew the slam has a lot of reach. Which, if there's any one thing I would complain about with this so far, it does seem to be things like that, where the hitboxes are a little flaky. Like they're a little bigger than they look. But it's workable. Like you can pretty easily get around that problem just by accommodating for it. It would just be nice if they were a little more accurate. The funny thing is, you don't even need the platform. You can just kind of climb up here, and you're good to go. There we go. I don't even know why I fought that at the second time. I guess it gets you more money. And this makes it easier to get across. This would be so you can get across without having air dash yet, I presume. Up we go. It'd be funny if this led back to where I was looking at before. It doesn't, but it'd be funny. Oh, that's where the lever I found goes. I was right to go this way. Let's go. Let's see where this leads then. Outside. Where does the other one lead then? Oh, you can also fast travel to whole other areas. Okay, hang on. We can actually clean up what I missed back in the dungeon then. I didn't understand that that's how that worked. So you fast travel to the entrance of the place, and then you just need to get to the nearest warp from there to go where you're trying to go. That's workable. Not ideal. Actually, you don't even need to be at these to warp. What am I doing? What am I talking about? It's almost like I don't know what I'm talking about or something. Let's go into this room first. Wait, no, that's how we left. Let's go this way. There might not be much to find, but I'm gonna go look. Primarily for sake of argument more than anything. Oh, sake of argument and completeness sake, really, are the two things. It was kind of bugging me that I couldn't go this way, so now I want to know why this is here. Yeah, because we couldn't cross this without wall jump. And obviously the air dash makes this even easier. When you go to play this, don't be like me. Don't stand in bad constantly. It will not help your cause. I can assure you of that. Oh, there's a spinny. There's a spinny death thingy. What if I just don't stand on your platforms that have spikes sticking out of them? Do you consider that? Thrown weapon capacity increase. You know what? I'm glad I went in here. Having extra throwable capacity is actually really nice. But there's nothing else here for us. That was the only thing we didn't do in here. Or as far as I can tell, I'll buy the map. So back to the deep forest, and then we'll go back to those two cave exits we were looking at. We can also pick up the ability for the spear. No, I can't. I did not make enough money. There went my ad thing again. It broke. Again. Oh, Twitch. You do such a good job of being bad at your job. Like, its whole job is to be a functioning website, and let me tell you, it don't always hit. Oh, this was just for box. Oh! Hey, look! Another thrown weapon capacity increase. What do you know? Well, what do you know? Now, I do know the ads are coming here in a couple minutes, though. So whether I have the warning available or not, I know that it's happening. Okay, but with that done, we have no other reason to be here other than to go over here and exit, so off we go. We're actually making very good progress compared to what I thought we were going to be doing. Like, I genuinely expected to spend, like, an hour or two in the dungeon just getting bodied, based on what the test play indicated. And obviously, I was down for it either way. But I'm overjoyed to see that I was incorrect. Oh, what a difference a little bit of reach makes for us, eh? Never been much of a spear user, and yet, very clearly, the spear is, like, the best choice in this game so far, because of just the fact you don't have to get into contact damage range with anything. I wonder if there was anything down there. Well, too late to think about it now. We're in Karizar. And while I could go back, I think for the purposes of showing things off, I should probably pick up the pace going forward. Ooh, hello. Greetings, traveler. Surviving in the scorching desert isn't easy, huh? My goods are running out, and to make things worse, my camel's fallen ill. If you can find and bring me 5 cacti, I'll reward you with something you won't regret. Think it over. Chances like this don't come often. Oh, and you also have rings. Ring that collects nearby gold, ring that will fill your rage bar faster, grants a 5% chance of critical damage, and a full heal potion. Neat. You know what would be really nice? Having my gold on screen somewhere. So I could actually see how much I have to see whether I could afford any of this. The answer is I could afford the magnet ring. Yeah, I couldn't have afforded anything else, though. Magnet ring will make getting further gold easier, though, because I obviously won't have to go chasing after it. It's a very effective magnet. There's a carpet here, but a whole lot of nothing going on behind it. Apparently this is not cacti. Not good enough for merchant lady. I'm going to assume that the cacti is meant for some kind of remedy for the camel. Oh yeah, there's the real cactus. You can tell it's good healing cactus, but it's levitating. You know, I don't think stabbing them is what they had in mind when they suggested charming the snakes. At the same time, a sharp wit is very charming. Down, please. Don't know if this is a good direction to be going right now, but we're going. There's a gate to my right up there. I can see it. It's right there next to the elevator. The yellow gate. I don't know what that means differently, but it's a different color. So maybe it needs a different opening method, perhaps. You know, it occurs to me, actually. It's kind of funny that I'm playing this after playing those PS1 platformers yesterday. Is it's the same kind of 3D that this has going that those had. And to a certain degree. This is grittier than those were, but it's the same type of 3D, I would say. Now there's a laser going on over here. That seems like a problem. Does this hurt me? It does not. Surprisingly, that is not a murder Beholgar laser. Oh, look at you with your fancy spinny blade. Here, catch this. And this one. And this one again. How about this one? One more? Two more? There it goes. Huh. That water sound sounds good, except it sounds like slightly weirdly metallic. And I don't know what to do with that. Curiosity indicates that I should jump down there, but sense says otherwise. I could have disregarded that falling platform entirely, I just realized. Oh well. Another cactus. Another day, another cactus. This is where the path was, yeah, right there. So that's a great shortcut for if we die over here somewhere. Suddenly snakes. It's a snake. Oh, it's a snake. Oh. And it's dead. Let's see. And this is the thing. They have a printout for your money and steel and everything on this screen. Why don't they have a money printout when you're on the merchant screen? It's weird. Like, it's got a lot of little things right and a couple little things that are just a little weird. Like, I can't even say that they're wrong, it's just like, huh, I wonder why this isn't a thing. Then there's situations like that where I was standing in the air for a moment that... We don't worry about those, it's fine. Don't think too hard about it. Barbarian too angry for gravity. Remember, gravity only works if you acknowledge it. If you ignore it, everything's fine. Ow, my foot. Okay, so there's more than one way to get through here, it seems, but we don't get through there higher up, which might have yielded goodies. Oh well. Checkpoint. There is an ad coming up, so I'll be getting up for a moment here shortly. Those are not currently active. Ah! So there's 3 faces around that I need to break. Probably more than that, considering, you know, lots of enemies whose faces need breaking too. Another cactus around the corner there. They disrupted the order of the earth and shed blood. They eavesdropped on the gods in the heavens and yet became among the disobedient. In the end, they were cast into the bottomless darkness of the underworld. Killed some kind of serpent thing here. Stop. If you're a friend, approach. If you're an enemy, you wouldn't want to end up beside this ugly creature, would you? This was only a messenger. The true killer still sits on her throne. Jamaran. She took my sister from me. I swore to wipe out every last serpent of her kind. Have you seen her by chance? Then again, if you had, you wouldn't be alive to tell me. Still, there's one possibility. Mazp, the man who is said to have lain with that cursed woman. If I can find him, perhaps he's left behind some clue that will lead me to Samaran's lair. Now step aside. I need a moment to clear my head. What if I bother you again? You just say the same thing. Okay. I was kind of hoping that there'd be a moment where she would actually, like, lash out at me or something for prodding her too often. Oh, the ads have already started. Whoopsie. Anyway, back in a second. Okay, y'all will be back from the ads any moment now, so it'll be fine. I'm gonna go ahead and pop up the lurk it prompt again. That. Apparently it takes enter inputs and not much else when it's out of focus, so that's interesting. Welcome back from the ads. I did end up stepping forward a little too much and died. after talking to the armored woman you probably saw right before the ads hit. Whoa, that was an interesting frame drop for a second there. Sometimes on area transitions, it seems to freak out just a little bit. Probably because it's loading the area in. Oh, now she's gone, and so's the serpent. So that's interesting. Okay, the map says there's nothing out there. I'm not gonna be too curious. That thing right there that I just killed, that was what killed us. I stepped off of there and just died immediately. Rid of the sneaky snake. Get rid of these sneaky snakes. And get more ammo. And a little bit of money. Howdy, Tara. Hope you're doing well. Always good to see you, and hopefully when you go to your lunch, you will have a good lunch. Oh boy. Yeah, it's a little bit dangerous in here. Just a little bit. Very profitable, but very dangerous. I hear myself moving, so... Yep, I made the right choice by just hurling myself toward the platform after doing that. Now, here's the thing. I probably was supposed to throw something at that head, but I didn't think of it. I just jumped over there and hit it. Ooh, boy. No, 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 no. Okay, so that's 2 out of 3 of the heads, and I think that's almost every cactus we needed for the side quest. There's just one more cactus to find, probably? This path is definitely cleared out now. And if we go over here, you'll see, yep, that was the cactus we saw there. Can I afford any upgrades yet? I could afford to upgrade the sword again. So I tell you what, we'll go ahead and max out the sword and see what the difference there is. No visual difference, but it might be more effective. Huh. Oh, there we go. There's the last cactus. I had to roll through that gap to get to it. And there's the last head, too. The fact that the camera moves over when we go over here really tempts me to try to make that jump, but we're not gonna be able to make that. Let's go back up and turn in the cactus. In fact, wait. Silly brain. Why am I even going to walk back when I can just... Ta-da! Wow, you actually brought them. These cacti are exactly what I needed. As promised, here's your reward. Poison effect wears off faster. Neat. It's kind of a shame that I just spent my money on an upgrade, because that means I can't buy another ring, but that's okay. Back down where we were. And we'll go see what's down that tunnel. Great success and great progress has been had this day. I also just realized something. We've been running for an hour with the wrong category and the wrong title. So, you know, oopsie on me there. Can you tell I'm tired today? Because, I would not have let a mistake like that fly normally. There we go. That's all corrected. It'll be correct for the YouTube VOD later anyway. Because I'm gonna split this VOD and fix that in the future anyway. So it'll be fine. Ooh, some manner of grenades. Hello. Huh? Wake up. The forges fell silent, the bellows are quenched. The final sword forged has also found its owner. Now is the time for his rest. The one who worked the iron and taught man lies here. Huh. I guess I'm missing something here? So I do not appear to be able to wake this man. He's got a sword sitting right there. I could just, you know, take that before he wakes up, but I guess, you know, that wouldn't be fair and reasonable of us now, would it? It's weird that this isn't activating, because I needed to open all of this to get here. Is it bugged? Is it being weird? Where's the nearest save point? I tell you what, I'm gonna quickly reload it and see if that fixes it. See if this is actually, like, being slightly buggy. If a full reload like that doesn't solve it, we will see about going elsewhere and seeing if we can proceed somewhere else. Nope, he's just chilling. He has no interest in what we're selling. Okay. I'm missing something, I presume, then. The only other path we can take is the path over here, so over here we go. Except I can't go this way either. Now that presents an issue now, doesn't it? Oh wait, there's something over here too. Maybe that's the key to everything. Aha! Maybe this fight was necessary before this other fight then. For being fully upgraded, this sword really doesn't seem like it's doing anything that remarkable, I'll be honest. The spear is doing better with only 2 upgrades. Because I think it's hitting more. Also, I almost died to contact damage there because I got too hasty. Not sure where that money came flying in from, but we'll take it. This looks important. Ah, the palace. Well, right or wrong, this is a path we can take, so I'll work with that angle. There we go. Whoa, 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 whoa. No. No, 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 no. Okay, more of these faces, but now they set me on fire. Understood. Oh, ghosts. Spirits, are angry with us. Joke's on them. I have a spirit-slaying spear, apparently. So, it's fine. It's fine. Yep. I'm too angry to be afraid of ghosts. You cannot defeat me that easily. Oh, Okay, more arenas for more dudes. The spear guys are tanky. I'll give them that. Let's throw stuff at this one instead. There we go. Oh, Javier, know that my respect for you is eternal. My love for my concubine Lassar was vast, a passion that mirrored the dance of the stars. A jealousy poisoned my heart. To ensure her eyes never wandered to another lover, I entrusted her to the spell-casting hands of the sorcerers. As I requested a simple binding charm, yet my own foolishness gave birth to a wicked curse. My beloved has been twisted into a nightmare of a woman. Her screams shake the palace dark stones. Restore her to her former radiance. Ask anything of me, my throne, my very life. Until she is restored, this desolate palace is yours to guard. When your work is complete, find me. Sultan Kahid. So based on the dead body on top of the altar there, I get the feeling that didn't go great. But maybe that was a sacrifice for a ritual to try to fix the problem. Could go either way, really. Nothing up there. Had to check, you know. You know how it is. Always gotta poke every nook, cranny, and crevice. Now, I am starting to get a headache because we do have some storms coming and the heat and everything, most likely. So we'll probably wrap up at the top of the hour. 2 hours of each game is probably a good showcase anyway. Sounds good. Enjoy your food, and thank you for popping in, Tara. Always good to see you. It's been a fun time so far. Aha! I can throw things through those gates. It made sense to do it, so I figured I'd try. Some games let you do things like that and some don't, so it's always a gamble, but you gotta test it. Big man down. Oh, that was all that was guarding that. Okay. It really is wild to me how much easier this game feels like it's been now compared to when I tested this. I haven't changed anything, I just am being a little smarter, and it is making a massive difference. So I would say the biggest advice I would give anybody that picks this game up, don't be hasty. Haste is death in this game. Because it does not pull its punches by any stretch of the imagination. I do like these wheelie boys, though. They're fun. More money and health. How much money do we have now? Quite a bit. We got 2,300. So I could make the last spear upgrade, or I could go get the spear's ability. See what that looks like. I'd have an interest in showing more things off. It'd probably be wiser of me to get the spear's ability. So in terms of defeating more bosses and making more progress in that regard, it'd probably be better to get the weapons upgrade. I'm gonna go ahead and get the ability, though, because of exactly what I was talking about. Not to mention the fact that if I go get this, I can do the weapon's last upgrade at any time. I can only do this here. This weapon has been enchanted. There we go. Nice and easy. Now we go back to the palace. Once we load in, we just quickly poof our way over to where we were. More games need that level of convenience for getting around. There we go. Grab what I presumed was a piece of steel. Yep, looks like it. We also have 7 antidotes, 3 moonstones. Moonstones we saw getting. I think the potions, the antidote potions have just been in some of the boxes, because I do remember seeing blue bottles coming out of some of them. I would assume those are for when I get poisoned. It'll just not be poisoned anymore? Question mark? I don't rightly know. That would be the logical assumption for what an antidote would do. Oh, these are contact bombs. Neat. Honestly, very helpful. Speaking of very helpful, checkpoint. Yeah, I need another 1,000. I do have enough steel, though, at least. So there's that. Oh. Knock, knock. Who knew explosives could bust ghosts? Then again, the Ghostbusters have blown things up a few times, haven't they? And it's usually worked out. Just maybe not necessarily at... Oh, there's the greatsword. No sooner did I spend money on the spear. Oh, that is slow, though. Okay. You know, expected. There we go. So that's that room cleaned up. I'm glad I just conveniently went to where the weapon was, so I didn't have to go looking for it. Save again. How much does this cost? Oh, yeah, that tracks. Same amount of steel is interesting, though. I figured the steel would have progressed higher, too. Interesting, interesting, interesting. We did just buy the spear's spell, though, so obviously we're going to keep using the spear, at least until we use that. At least a couple times. I am digging the platforming now that we have some abilities. Your basic jump is kind of bleh in this game. But once you start having the air dash and the wall jump and everything, it starts coming together nicely. Slow ride. Take it easy. Be here all day. Do. Oh, you're gonna do me like that, huh? I kind of figured that was why it was going so slow. But I wasn't certain until I watched it phase through the wall. So I hesitated a little too long. There went all of our energy. I can still vibrate, though. Let's preemptively get on the other side this time. Wasn't sure I was landing that. Nope. You can get wrecked, idiot. Sound had a moment there. I don't know what happened, but rest assured I heard it too, so it was on my end in case anybody was worried about their sound. That happened over here. I don't know why. There might be something up there in the future, but I would need like an extra jump to get up there. I was not ready for that guy to just fall on my head like that. That was an unpleasant surprise. Got any one of them checkpoints game? Got any of them checkpoints for me? I'll take health. Health is good, but checkpoint would be delightful. There we go. Thank you. Ask and ye shall receive. Definitely still don't have enough money. Huh. I figured with the way this led over here that maybe there'd be something here. Ah, it's because it's higher up. This is a different chest. Or it's just different lighting for the same chest. Hard to say. How many do we have now? It was a solid 100 or so from that, so not too bad. That was dangerous, what I've done there. I could have fallen to my death. Another one of the magic barriers. Yep, it sure is locked. May also, in fact, be jammed and or stuck. I did not mean to do that. I just didn't want to grab the axes until I threw some bombs at the other guy. Oh well. Wow. That didn't work out very well at all. I don't know why I thought that would work. Probably because it worked before. But I guess the timing needs to be specific on those. Yep, he had the key. Get a key for going in. Which opens the door conveniently nearby. See, what they should have done to be smarter, or with their defenses around here, would have been to put the key to a very different door in that man's hands, and then put the key for that door in the hands of somebody like halfway across the palace somewhere. No one would ever expect it. Except I think like every other person would expect that, because that's what every other thing does do. Cursed concubine. Wow, you got real tall when you got cursed, huh? Whoa there. Got a lot of health, too. Oh, this is a dangerous dance you're doing here. Oh, my frames. It wasn't cutting the frames much, but it was making them jag down like a teeny tiny bit, and it was throwing me off. Her hitbox is a little funky. Like, she has to be fully forward for you to be able to hit her, which makes sense. But it's a little hard to tell because she's using her head. Okay. You know, fair play. People always tell you to use your head, and you're doing exactly that. Ow. Oh, you do a lot more of them now for some reason. Okay. I think we might have found the hardest fight in the game so far. Otherwise known as the only one I've not been able to just roll through and keep attacking it from behind until it dies. Now that I know during this attack I can attack her, though, we can make a lot more headway. Because a good chunk of those attacks don't land anywhere near me. How many of those do you do? Okay, that many. Gotta wait for her to do the single slams so I can actually get hits in. Huh. You can hit her while she's still invisible, which is interesting. Can I break these? Nope, sure can't. Okay, dodge the money. Dodge the money like I've done throughout life so far. Oh, that was bad. Ah! I should have waited longer, but I got greedy, hoping to get an opening to attack. Also, probably should try my spell here. Depends on how you dodge the money, I feel, for the IRS to care or not care. Okay, you do have some opening to attack during this, but not a lot. The hitching it's doing is not helpful. Okay, attack's over. Now she's trying to slap me. Trying to slap me a lot, as it turns out. God damn. Oh, that's the spear special. Okay, that was less helpful than I would have hoped right now. Since the sword special was a screen-clearing lightning spell, I was kind of expecting more out of the spear. What attack you doing now? Oh, this is bad. It's coin time again. I thought they bounced off each other for some reason for a second there. It really fucked with my vision of them. Oh, why do they move at different speeds? Ah, that's disgusting. The fact that the gap closed on those ones on the right at the last possible moment really screwed me on that one. But we can make this work. I just need to remember that my spell is a spin and actually be closer to her when I use it, if I'm going to use it at all. But yeah, see how much damage I can do during that segment? That's a very good phase for damage for us. Oh my god, my timing was so bad for the slaps, though. Jesus. We got through the slap phase so clean the first time, and that time it just all went wrong. And we've gone, like, everywhere, I feel, so unless there's a health extension somewhere in the palace somewhere, it's not like I missed one. Okay, the spin is effective. I'll give it that. Okay, just jump. Don't bother jumping and dashing. Don't do anything fancy, just jump. And that avoids that phase. Okay. Now for janky money times. Just keep good clearance around where all the coins are. So I can't get pincered between two sets of coins. There we go. I made her death animation play repeatedly. Interesting. Great success. No reward for that, though. Okay. Reward must be in a further part, then. What was this message that popped up? Okay, kind of figured. Warrior, what insolence compels you to tread this cursed palace? Her shadows should have devoured you. The concubine's business is finished, apparently. Be it so, I'm Jabir, chief sorcerer of this unsettling palace. I'm grateful you struck down that troublesome concubine. At least the noise has ceased. You seek to raise the dead, do you? I will not ask who. To know would only carry the curse to my domed door. Take this book, the writings of Dark Zalek. Ancient knowledge, a bitter inheritance. This book grants breath to the dead, but every resurrection comes with a price. You bring back one, another departs. Now go, warrior. Leave before you taint me with your curse as well. Spellbook that'll resurrect the Forge Master. So they're gonna have to give somebody's life up for the Forge Master, though. My book will soon be finished. Once completed, it will serve as a lesson to those who meddle with dark magic. Yet this cursed noise keeps me from concentrating. These days, I'm busy crafting a spell to silence the breath of the harlot who roams the palace's dark corridors. As if my duties weren't enough, I'm also burdened with dealing with what the Sultan left behind in this haunted palace. The insolent man. Everything foul stems from him. He could never get enough of women or gold. He abandons us all to the embrace of a curse and fled. Archmage Jabir. Well, thanks for trauma dumping with your note, I guess. Anyway, I'm gonna break your pottery and leave. Goodbye. Stealing your treasury, too. I mean, I guess technically it's the Sultan's treasury, but, you know, it was all left here, so he could have taken it at any time himself if he thought it through a bit better. It's all my money now. So here's the thing, though. We now have the... Oh, you know what it is. I think I know exactly what I'm gonna need to do now. First, max out the spear. That's gonna help. We now need to go back to where we saw the man sitting on the throne. I presume he's not sleeping, he's dead. I presume, based on the note that was near him, he is in fact the Forge Master. This is the wrong place. Need to go back in here. Let's find out if I'm correct, shall we? Yep, we have a prompt now. Rise from your grave. What's this now? What's the meaning of this? You heretic, have you stirred me from the sleep of death itself? That sword in your hand. Are we still forging blades with these worn-out tools and these wretched forges? Curse it all, how many ages have I slept? What is your grievance, Kerr? What do you seek, you tomb robber? Is it the sword of destruction that you hunt, you pitiful wretch? 'Tis a dark legend, hard to recall. The last to wield it was a cruel king, yet the sword swallowed even him with its curse. It fought against those unworthy of its might, and was ultimately broken and shattered to dust. That wretched king was banished to the underworld. His name was Athon. This hilt is mine, yes, but to unite the blade without the other shard from the Jinn? Away with you! How could you contend with the Jinn with those scrawny arms of yours? Wait, could it be? Is it Athon himself that you pursue? I see the hatred, the unquenched malice in your eyes. Now things change. I will grant you your quest, but first, we shall fight a valiant duel. A man who cannot vanquish me has no hope in that abyssal underworld. Take up your guard. Yeah, I kind of expected that to be a dash. Valiant duel, he says, as he throws magic at me. Well, fine. I was gonna play it fair and not use my items. But if you're gonna throw magic at me, all bets are off at this point, bucko. Oh, he's getting faster. Awfully spry for a guy who's been dead for God knows how long. I guess it really is like riding a bike. Ah! And unfortunately, I got thrown off the bike. Oh, I guess since I fast traveled here, I didn't technically use the save point properly. Well, that's mildly annoying. Be 1 second to do a thing, though, and then we will try the fight again. Just pushing my door closed so I wouldn't be interrupted. Oh, that is weird how that was interacting. I thought I could hold the charge. Turns out I can't. I landed on it. Oh, he's speeding up now. I forgot about the fire wheel. It was never a problem in the first fight, so I didn't even think about it and then realized right as I rolled into it. I also forgot to use the damn save point. Because you would think things like that would be automatic, but they aren't. Okay. Now we'll actually reappear there properly and save myself a little bit of time. This guy's not that bad. I'm just botching really silly parts of this fight. Hey, trying to do things faster. It's got some neat sound effects going. I'll give him that. Just die. I'm done with this idea. There we go. Hilt of the Sword of Destruction must be combined with a crystal. He's got nothing to say to me. Talisman is needed. Okay. Oh, hey, a talisman. The talisman to unlock the Jin's well. This well was sealed by the powerful wizard Ashara 100 years before the first sword. If you want to protect your world from absolute destruction, do not dare break the seal. If you enter even if all of your gods unite, they cannot rescue you from that darkness. Well, I'm gonna do it anyway. Whee! We'll take a peek into here since we've got a bit of time left. But who knows? Maybe this will be short enough that I will just fly through it. Aha. See, there's spikes that'll pop up to bite my leg. Light of them to pop up ahead of you, though. They're trying very hard to tell you, like, hey, don't go this way. Don't be a fool. And yet, fool I shall be. Because why wouldn't I? There's a snake. Okay, there is a path here. Oh, we got demons that turn invisible. I do appreciate that you can actually see the wall-hanging enemies just hanging out. Quite literally. Nothing up there. Okay. Ooh. I see. There's a little red dude in the fog there, throwing stuff. There he goes. Oh, he was the source of the fog, too, it seemed. Oh, no, they're back again now. Just if you approach your own, like, natural light, I guess. Removes the fog. And we're dead. So that didn't go great. See, I kept away from the shooter before because I'm like, oh yeah, there's weird fog there, it'll probably hurt me. Some unnatural fog that will harm any mortal who touches it. But no, it was just dark. They're not playing around now, these guys hurt. Quite a lot. Huh. There was a breakable block there. Why? Like, I can't break any other blocks around it. And I can't go through there. Weird. Perhaps that'll have been important to do. Perhaps it won't be. We most likely won't find out. Game, I disagree. I was supposed to climb up immediately there and it just went, nah. I don't know why the map's not filling in over here. I don't know why I got that random jump. Wait, I need to test something now. I had a realization about that. Yeah, you can, as long as you haven't jumped after leaving a platform. You can just kind of air jump, apparently. Huh. This game's got some wild coyote time, I guess. I hit the lever without killing him. Incredible. Considering there's a gate there, I get the distinct feeling, yep. Well, that wasn't so bad. Oh, it's not over yet. That would be why. The fact that that thing can fly through walls does complicate matters at times. Oh, there we go. We're up there. Why do I have this section of the map lit up then? Weird. It's almost like actually using my sub-weapons make this a lot easier. Huh. What a concept. Yep, back to basic bitch skeletons, okay. sure what was going on with my jumping there. Sometimes didn't want to jump. Like, he would jump in place. I don't know if anybody caught that. I don't have one that I can throw at an angle, so I need to just avoid you, I guess. Oh, this does go somewhere. I was worried that was going to be a death pit, if I'm honest. I see you. Didn't kill him. Setting. Oh, you know I'm gonna come down there, too. Or his brain's kind of broken? There he goes. Now he's doing stuff. He just wasn't doing anything for a moment. I got concerned. I'm just gonna hit that from there in case there's another ambush waiting for me. What? Nothing, huh? Okay. And what? Oh, there was just a very slow-moving elevator. Okay. Guess that's what I get for assuming. What's up? Ow. Let's go. We survived. But to what purpose? This room doesn't have anything. I mean, I guess it gets me up here. Connect to that shortcut. Ooh. I did not like the way that phased through me. Thanks, game. I clearly wanted to use the checkpoint when I tried to press up to throw him with something. Yes. Clearly what I wanted. Not really sure what that platform's meant to accomplish, if I'm honest. There we go, there's the key to that locked door. That solves that mystery. Can't say that it solves it particularly well, but it does solve it. Oh, actually, you know what? Before I go that way, though, what's over here? Death, that's what's over here. Oh, there's shoes. Double jump shoes, probably? Da, 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 da. Yep, double jump shoes. Double jump ability acquired. You can now jump once more in the air. That's big. Yes, he gets a tumbling jump. Let's go. I always like the rolling jumps you get from double jumps instead of it just being like a simple, oh, hey, you just kind of like vertically hop in the air for reasons. It's just a bit more fun. Also, I clearly was meant to use double jump to go up there and get the key. I just got there my way, because I always do. do think some of these locked doors should really look different from the regular doors. Oh, I was not expecting another one to just spawn in on me there. That was mean. Hopefully this oncoming headache means there's actually some strong weather coming that'll actually change the temperature, haha. Oh, hi. At last a human. Did my father send you? He gave me to the Jinn just because I laughed in the graveyard. Said it was bad luck. Do not be angry, warrior. It's already too late. My time is running out. But at least I will never see him again. Now ease my pain, warrior. Free me from this meaningless doom. That's all I ask of you. Alright. And that was necessary. For whatever this ring is. Increase the damage of thrown fire spears. Okay. I feel like there probably would have been another solution, but not in this game, I guess. Now, the question is, does that mean the... Nope, the barrier's still there. I assume that has something to do with these. But that is a mystery y'all are gonna have to solve on your own. Because we are just about out of time. And while I'm tempted to keep going because I'm enjoying this game, this headache is telling me no, streaming is not going to be something I'm going to be able to keep doing all day today. Otherwise, I'm going to start getting real hard to deal with at times. So we're going to go ahead and pack it in there. Because that'll be more than good enough, I would say. 2 hours of each game like I'd planned. If I hadn't gotten a headache, I probably would have went ahead and pushed on longer. Because as I said, I am enjoying this. I would say at the end of what we've done here, I've actually enjoyed this more than the first game. It's a little rough around the edges, but it's got good ideas in places, and it is overall fun. So I do say it's worth your time if you're interested in this genre. And if we have a look, it is only $12. So cheaper than your average. Now, I don't know how long the game is, for obvious reasons. But it's certainly solid. In fact, let's have a look. As a little bit of time padding here. See if anybody has put up times for it. Nope, nobody's put up times for Beholgar 2 yet. They have for the first game, which is 4.5 to 7. But nothing for the second game just yet. Which is not a surprise. But I'm going to go ahead and send us off somewhere. As this headache is going to make it unpleasant. So I'm going to send y'all off to see someone, take something for the headache, and move on with my day. Hopefully working on that commission I've been working on. But if I've got a headache, who knows how much productivity I'm going to have there either. We will be back tomorrow with, I am not 100% sure what, if I'm honest with you. Very much a play-it-by-ear situation. Okay. I was just checking on a thing right quick because I happened to see a pop-up in it. Where do I want to send us, though? With the oncoming headache, there's a chance I may just not even raid at all. Hey, I've been falling down that slippery slope of raiding less and less again. But at the same time, sometimes that's just the better choice. Coin, tell me, which choice do you want me to take? Okay. The coin agrees with the general headache sentiment of we're just not gonna send off a raid today. Which is fine, I won't really be able to give my best to whomever we go see anyway. Indeed it is, Tara. I've got a headache and I was tired from the word go, so we're packing it in for the day. But both Beholgar and Clockfall were good times, so I do highly recommend people have a look at those, if they are so inclined. I was gonna snooze the ad and it said no. So way to go, Twitch. Way to fucking go. Oh, I see why. It's because the ad kicked in immediately, even though it said there was a minute left. Thanks, Twitch. You probably can see and hear Beholgar dying in the background as I'm typing. Thank you all for your time. I'm not gonna wait the ads out because Twitch decided to ignore me and run ads on me. So, thank you all so much for taking the time to be here. I will, like I said, be back tomorrow with question mark. Monday we will be doing Next Fest stuff, same with Tuesday. I will be checking with the people that have chimed in for the multiplayer demos to figure out what day would be best for them on that. And then Thursday we start the next Dragon Pelago, and then Friday and Saturday will be more Next Fest, potentially, or we may jump into something else. I have not fully decided yet. But either way, have a wonderful night, everybody. I will see you tomorrow.